Hello, everybody, and welcome to Frieza's 5 Minutes, the show where we have 5 minutes to make it happen. I'm Colby, joined here by Blake.
I get it. And that's me.
And Brian's on scene, on site.
He's actually holding back Cell Max so Gamma 2 can do his final atonement.
What a
whatever
guy.
they call it. What a guy.
Cell Max is stepping on him with his Tims.
He's like, oh!
Dude, really, legit. Like, if you look in this chapter, he's got Tims on.
He's got some boots, for sure. Boots for days.
This is the show where we read the latest Dragon Ball Super Manga chapter and tell you some things we liked and disliked about it. What chapter is this, Blake?
I'm glad you asked. This is chapter... Page loading on.
Come on. I have it open. Come on. I handed it to you.
It's chapter 98, Gamma number 2's Resolve.
And?
Written by Akira Toriyama, art by Toyotaro, translation Caleb Cook, and lettering Brandon Bovia.
Thank you. I give him due credit.
You're right.
Else no one's going to hear about this Toriyama guy.
You're right. Kobe.
Yeah.
What's something you liked about chapter 98?
I'm going to go right into it. Ready?
Yeah.
I thought Pan catching Sensu Bean, super cute.
Did that happen in the movie?
I don't think it did, because I don't remember that in the movie, but it's been a while. It was a really good way to include that character, you know, a little bit. I also like how, like, she makes up for Gohan's kind of fault. Although, to be fair, I don't remember if this happened in the movie either, but Gohan losing the Sensu Bean, not because he's just like, whoops, but because Cell, like, shot it out of Piccolo's hand. I thought that was great. Like, that was much better.
I don't remember that either, so that might have not happened.
Part of me feels like, you know, he just dropped it because it was like, oh, that's the bit. Gohan drops the Sensu Bean, but it's, like, kind of dumb.
Uh-huh.
It's like, just a dumb character trait.
Yeah, I think that's what happened in the movie because he didn't have his glasses or something.
But when he's Super Saiyan, he doesn't need them.
Whatever. This sucks. Yeah, I think I think the way that Pan was introduced to flying in the movie is that, like, she was, like, running away from rubble, and then she, like, started to fly, or whatever. And Krillin was there. Yeah, in the movie, yeah.
I thought she didn't fly until the end.
No, there was, like, a little instance of it, I think.
I don't
kind of like
that.
How this is how, like, she is shown how to fly in this. Like, oh, she caught the sensu. But in the movie, it was like she was running away from, like, some floor was exploding because Cell Max was hitting the gritty or something, you know?
Whatever.
Whatever.
Yeah, maybe. I guess it's just been too long since I've seen the movie.
Yeah.
And the movie came out 1984.
Yep. Well, last year. So yes, 1984.
What was something you like, Blake?
I liked when Big Boy Gotenks is like, watch out, Mrs. 18. Is that in the movie?
Why?
I don't know. I thought it was very proper and very respectful to their elders. And listen, I ain't calling 18 an old bitch. She can get it.
I hope not.
But I feel like it's interesting because I don't think that has ever been said ever. So it was notable.
She's an
to
old
me.
bitch.
No, that Gotenks or anybody's like Mrs. 18. Yeah. Is that her fucking name?
No, she's probably offended that everybody keeps calling her that.
Yeah. All right, Mrs. 18.
Like, that's a horrible name. Like, that wasn't a name. That was a serial number given to me.
Mm-hmm.
So, but har.
Yeah. Speaking of 18, her bald husband doing the solar flare. I thought that was neat. That. And I like Cell Max's reaction to the
his
solar
face
flare.
is like, oh.
He's like, oh.
It's great. Like, you know, keeping it up with the Cell Max reactions.
Yeah,
right?
Live
the expressions.
Cell Max reaction.
Yeah. He's still looking great.
That's another thing. I don't remember if it happens in the movie or not.
If he was so expressive.
No. Well, if he busts out the solar flare.
Oh yeah, I don't know.
I don't remember, to be honest. He probably does, but I like it.
Mm-hmm.
Is there anything else you like about this chapter, young man?
Nope. No, the giant action is pretty good. Like the giant fighting between Cellmax and Piccolo.
Like the panel spread.
Yeah, exactly. It just feels heavy and it feels like a beat down. And I also really love pages 36 to 37. Like of Piccolo and Cellmax like squaring off. Great. Like that top panel is really good looking.
Yeah.
So
looks real good.
Yeah, good work from there. What about you? Something you liked?
I like, and I don't know if this will fall into one of your dislikes, kind of in relation to, but I like how this chapter did not end how we thought it would end, and with Gamma 2 doing his big Oonga Boonga attack. We thought that was going to be stretched out an entire chapter, but it was like the first third.
Yeah, it was. I guess it does go into a negative, but not the negative that like you were proposing. Like I thought the ending was like whatever. It's like okay, it just ended, fine. But here he comes, like as he has been for the past like 4 chapters.
I know.
Yeah. But the Gamma 2's sort of sacrifice, definitely doesn't feel great without the killer animation.
Yeah, that's what I thought you were gonna say about that. A negative. It doesn't have the same impact.
It really, I mean, like it's fine, right? Like it looks fine, but after seeing it in the movie, and it really is like one of 2 scenes in that movie that are like peak in terms of its animation. You're just, how could you do it in the manga? Right? How could you even do that justice? Just like the color work, everything in the movie was just so much better. So rough, but I'm glad we didn't spend a lot of time on it.
Yeah. Do you think that shot of him coming down should have been like more like a bigger panel, like at least like a page or something?
I think it should have been like a full 2-page spread.
Yeah.
Without a doubt, because we get like in pages 14, 15, we do get like the snapshot of like about to hit Cell. And then we get that really cool panel of him actually making impact, which looks really cool. But I would have liked to have seen that again as like a full page.
Yeah, I agree.
So I mean, it's cool we got to see his arm falling off.
Yeah, that was cool.
But at the same time, like, just like the move itself didn't really do much.
That's how he hit him in the movie, right?
Right.
He went through
he
his
only
arm.
got his arm. Yeah.
Okay.
Also, like, Piccolo's kind of a chump. He's losing to a 1-armed dude.
I mean, as explained, the giant form is a bluff. It doesn't like make you stronger. It makes you slower.
Sure, but the dude's missing an arm, and it's not like he's even using his tail or anything.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, I think you cut out.
Nah.
No, they'll never know.
Yeah.
Impache. Yeah, I don't know. Kind of, whatever. It's a tiny thing. But wait, hold on. I talked about my biggest dislike.
Oh, here it comes.
Yeah, I'm breaking it down. All right. So if you've been watching this series, Frieza's 5 minutes, you'll know that. Yeah. Oh yeah. You'll know at the beginning of this arc, the superhero arc, I said, all right, this is it. This is their chance to fix what I thought was bad about the movie. Like what I thought was a very missed opportunity for the movie to change around some things. And that was Gohan's motivation to turn sicko beast mode. And unfortunately, they had the chance here and they flubbed it.
What do you think they should have did?
They should have fate killed Pan. Like, I thought they were going to do it. They have, like, a whole panel of her, like, bouncing around, flying. She caught the sensu bean. She's like, I got the sensu. And we should have saw the foot fall down on her. Like, yeah, exactly. Like she obviously they were not gonna kill off Pan, right? So a MacGuffin, something would have saved her. But like, what you could have done there, right? And this is just off the top of my head. So, is you could have had Gohan completely like lose his mind and actually give the quote unquote beast form a real drawback in which he like fucks up Cell Max, right, in the next chapter, but then he also starts fucking up everybody there. Like it's like a complete rage. The only problem with that is it's a little similar to Broly.
Yeah.
So you'd have to find some way to kind of differentiate it. But tell me that wouldn't be way more compelling than the same old Piccolo dies but nobody believes it crap.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
The thing with like, you don't have to believe that Pan dies to make it work. You just have to understand what Gohan's going through in that moment. The problem with killing off Piccolo is that he's done it like 4 times already. Like, we don't care. We know it doesn't matter. But like when you see a little kid, you know, when you see his daughter die, who has been set up in this arc as someone he cares about, his whole reason for being here is to save her. Like there's just so much more attachment from a character perspective to Pan than there is to Piccolo right now. In this moment. So I don't know. It hurt, man. I that was the last chance, you know. I mean, obviously they could ass pull it, but they're handed the golden goose and they flubbed it up.
I mean, so I see what you're saying, and like I agree that like that would be an opportunity, but obviously it's not like he turns sicko mode this chapter. I think that'll be at the end of next chapter.
Sure.
And something like that could still potentially happen.
It's true. You're right. If they pull it, I'll forgive it. Like in the next chapter, I don't think they will. They're being very faithful right now. But it was my biggest gripe of the movie, and I would just like to see that address. I just need a reason to like Beast Mode Gohan. I need a reason to like it because so far it's like 0. I like the color of his eyes. It's like 1 for 10 for me. Yeah, that's like all I like about it. And you know we're not gonna get the sick it's not gonna look as good as the animation.
No, that right? That was awesome.
So like we're just gonna see awkward giant hair Gohan.
Yeah, maybe it gets toned down a little bit. Maybe
I would like that. I would like that. It's gonna be interesting to see how they do it with like because they won't have the silver coloring, right? So,
I mean, I assume it'll look like the default like if you're looking at like the white space on the manga, I think it'll just look like that, and you'll just see the outline.
Yeah. But we'll see. I'm sure Toyotaro will make it look fine. He's a great artist, so that's my biggest gripe. So
you know what my biggest gripe of this chapter is?
What?
I'm gonna direct you to a page. Ready?
Okay, lay it on me.
Oh, I gotta fucking find it first.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Here
All right,
he comes.
here we go. Oh, great. Hold on. I messed up.
Okay,
all right.
Great.
Right. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Page 22.
22. Okay.
I don't like how Toyotaro drew 23rd World Tournament Piccolo.
You mean Bubble Piccolo?
Yeah, that's not how his face looks in Dragon Ball, man.
He looks very cute.
Yeah. And
that is kind of very rounded. Very rounded. That's interesting. Which is really weird too, because it's not like Toyotaro isn't capable of like angular faces. If you look at that same page on the bottom right of Orange Piccolo, like there's a lot of like strong jaw lines, stuff like that, the hollowed cheeks.
Yeah.
Look. Yeah. I'm looking at it right now. That's a goofy looking Piccolo.
Not impressed.
I do really really like that panel next to it though, page 23. The him blocking the foot. That looks great.
I'm gonna show you a comparison, by the way. It's not a comparison, but at least you'll see the actual panel.
Oh, you're gonna drop it in?
I put it in the Facebook chat.
Oh, okay.
That's what his face is supposed to look like on the right.
Let me me see.
Much better.
Oh yeah, he looks much more
better.
sinister, you know.
Not like a little baby boy.
Look at little Goku though, shitting his pants.
I know.
Okay.
That's my biggest gripe of the chapter.
Anything else we didn't say about this chapter?
I mean, stating the obvious as always. The animation, the art itself is obviously like really great because Toyotaro
good action
is a very good artist.
Good action.
Yeah, good action, good bits.
Yeah,
and as I suspected when or maybe no, I'm sorry, I'm thinking of when the chapter before this one, or like two chapters ago, the chapter ended with like Goten and Trunks swooping in, and then they got immediately jobbed. I like how Gotenks ran in the end of last chapter, and he got immediately jobbed. So
yeah, we love it. Love to see it.
Love to see it.
I want to point your attention somewhere.
I'm going
to bring your attention.
Lay my eyes
to the last page, chapter 44, 45.
Yep.
Look at the panel where everybody's looking at Cell Max emerge for the first time. It says Ra.
Hold on, let me. I'm
44.
looking. Ra? Oh, I see it. Ra.
So look at that panel, right? Take a very good, long, hard look at Piccolo. In that panel, okay? Got his picture.
Yep.
Now look on the next page, the top panel, where it's all exploding out. Is that the same exact Piccolo?
What do you mean? Like it's the same like picture?
Like it's the same exact pose. There's a subtle difference in the back neck muscles, but like it almost looked like he traced that.
I mean, well, definitely the neck and head are positioned differently.
Yeah. Okay.
And also like the right shoulder.
All right, fair. It looks to me he's like doing the same exact.
I see what you're saying, but I think it's different enough.
Okay, thank you.
Nice try though.
Damn, you got me. It's me, the manga burglar. All right. Yeah. Okay. So let's Blake. I got an important question for you.
Yeah.
What would you give? How many fingies would you give Chapter 98, Gamma's Number 2's Resolve? Written by Akira Toriyama, art by Toyotaro, translation by Caleb Cook, lettering by Brandon Bovia.
I'm glad you asked. I give Chapter 98, Gamma Number 2's Resolve, written by Akira Toriyama, art by Toyotaro, translation by Caleb Cook, and lettering by Brandon Bovia. A solid 3 out of 5 fingies.
3 fingies. You heard it here, folks. Blake's lowest score ever.
Like it's good, but I don't think there's enough new. You know, it's pretty faithful, and we're not looking for faithful.
Right.
You know,
but
like the art is like like if it didn't look like as good as it does, it'd probably be a twofer. You know, because I'm looking for the new stuff. I saw this movie. You know?
Yeah, I can go get it on YouTube.
Yeah, youtube.com/keep tapping X.
I can probably find the whole thing on Twitter. Let's be real.
Yeah, in like a GIF form. Now, Colby, before we go to you, I think it's time to ask the lad.
The lad?
He's held off Cell Max long enough.
He's like, guys, I'm really tired.
But he can't make it here to say it himself, so he sent me his thoughts. Are you ready?
Lay it on me. Come on, Brian.
I don't want to dox him. Brian's review. And I quote, I really enjoy the superhero movie. Piccolo had a good fight. And also, this panel is great. I'm going to step in. The panel he is referring to is on page 14 when the blast of Gamma 2 hits Cell Max. The big, you know?
Yeah.
And he also said, really all to be said about it for me, comma, personally. And I said, and then he said, oh, I give it 3 out of 5 fingies, only because I enjoyed the fight and the art.
Okay.
Thanks, Brian. We appreciate you.
Thank God.
Thank God and amen.
Amen.
Listen, Kobe. How many fingies would you give Chapter 98? Gamma number 2's Resolve. Written by Akira Toriyama. Art by Toyotaro.
Caleb Cook.
Well, I don't remember what he did. The pages open.
He did translation.
Translations by Caleb Cook. Lettering by Brandon Bovia.
I'm going to give Chapter 98. Gamma number 2 is Resolve. Oh shit, I gotta load the page. Written by Akira Toriyama. Art by Toyotaro. Translation by Caleb Cook. Lettering by Brandon Bovia. 2.5 fingies out of 5.
Explain.
Now, I will give this the caveat, though. Actually, no, fuck that. I just think, even on its own, this chapter really is kind of like, it's like the anti-payoff chapter. So, you have Gamma's sacrifice, which doesn't have any impact. The panel's cool, but otherwise, it doesn't accomplish anything. It doesn't get them closer to their goal. Kind of boring. And that's the entire character arc of the Gammas. So like they're done. And then you have Pan flying, kind of just out of nowhere. And while it's cute, like I'm glad she got it for her dad and all that. But like, I don't know, that could have been set up a little better. Just kind of okay, we're getting through this. This is bulletproof. If I never saw the movie, Piccolo growing big would have been cool. Doesn't really amount to anything though. And I don't know, this chapter just felt like window dressing.
I could see that. I could see that.
So I wasn't very impressed by. I think the art is really good. I think that's what gives it, its merit.
Mm-hmm.
And the action is pretty good, but all the action's good. I can't start giving it good scores because the art's good. Otherwise, all of them are gonna have good scores. I just can't do it.
That's fair. That's fair.
No.
You're looking for some new stuff,
Yeah, I need a little more substance, and you know what? I think the next chapter's gonna give it to us.
You think so?
Anyway,
Kobe, I wanna leave with one quick question for you.
Okay, well, all right. What is it?
Not to go into spoilers, but given what we know about what happens in the movie, I might be just having a brain fart or something.
Okay.
But does Gamma 2's sacrifice mean anything? Like, I might be just be forgetting something.
So, I don't know why, I thought that's how they cracked his head in the movie. I know they get his arm in the movie, but I also thought they cracked his head. Yeah. I thought it was that, because that makes more sense. And, like, at least that means something. I don't think it here didn't. Here it had no rhyme or reason. It just happened, and they're like, "Well, that happened. Here he comes." That's just what it amounted to. There's no progress.
I'm currently seeing if he also missed. All right, I'll find out in 3 seconds.
Well, and you know what's rough? I'm getting gas flashbacks here.
No, don't say
I'm starting to get the same feeling. I'm getting piss boy feeling back. What do we got?
I can confirm that his head is already cracked when he goes through his arm.
All right, so Gamma confirmed useless in both universes. So they could have fixed that, and they didn't. So
yeah.
Wow.
So yeah, it doesn't amount to anything, right?
Not at all. Not that I can think of.
Top comment, bro thinks he's Adam Warlock.
Damn. All right. Well.
All right.
Thank you for joining us.
Peace.
Can't wait to join us for chapter 99. And I can't wait for Beast Gohan either in that chapter or the next one.
Gonna be lit, and we're almost 2 chapters away from hopefully moving on.
Jesus. All right. Well, thank you very much. We'll see you next time. Hail Frieza.
Hail Frieza!